Hi, it's Kirby Summers. Today is December 5th, 2024. It's a little after 9. I had been lax in looking at my email from YouTube, where you realize, I suppose, that I've been a little bit more active. And by the way, I finally hit 10,000 and I've gotten a lot more subscribers who had not been seeing my channel, thanks to those of you who have helped me by liking the podcast and by making comments. Thank you so much. I somehow knew that that would help the algorithm. So I just opened another email from YouTube, and they basically have told me that I am now eligible to receive super thanks for all of my content. And I think I have over 200, if not more, videos that have been approved on this channel, although there are some that are not. And the way it works is, and I know that podcasters that have a live stream can get thanks. That's different than giving a super thanks. Somebody like myself who pre-records, as I am doing now, and as I have basically done for a couple of years that I have been uploading content to my platform here, you can thank me via a super thanks just by clicking on the little three lines at the bottom and selecting super thanks, and then selecting the amount that you want to donate to my work so that I can continue to upload information and to basically dig into the stories that we find of interest, because clearly we're a community here. We're all interested in the same things. We're interested in the same cases. Many of you are interested in the new series and multiple series I've been creating on my Substack. I have a very lengthy, for those of you who are new, series on Leslie Wexner. It's called Deconstructing Wexner. They're 15 parts, and they go where no one else has gone before. I really look into different nooks and crannies. I pride myself into looking into different nooks and crannies where nobody has looked before. And my most recent series is one that connects the most infamous group, the Beatles, to people in Jeffrey Epstein's circle. Now, I just said a name that I am not sure is going to get approved. So therefore, if for some reason this very exciting little short update that I am doing for you does not get approved, I'm going to have to do it again. But hopefully, come on. Really, are we that censored? So I love the way you guys have responded to the fact that I have been sometimes spelling a word, sometimes making sort of like giving you a clue. You are top notch. I love my followers. Many of you have been with me since July of 2019, when I was taught by the guy I was dating at the time how to use Twitter, because it was then Twitter, not X. I didn't know. I mean, my backup platform on X is Landlord Links, which is a business I started a long time ago, real estate related. I sell on my Landlord Links platform. I sell ebooks that help renters save money, and I sort of still have a website for that, but it was not even something I knew how to do when I had my business and I was doing that and writing helpful hints for renters in the city and doing all of that. I did not really know how to tweet or the rules of engagement or anything like that. And so the guy I was dating, when I sat him down and said, "Hey, this person has been arrested," which means that I am going to start following that. And I said, you have to teach me how to use Twitter. And he did. At the time I created my account, Kirby Summers. It was great. People tell me they used to use it more than they use Wikipedia, more than they used any research tool, because it had the names of everyone and how everyone interlocked and interconnected. And then, of course, by November of 2022, as most of you know, it vanished. However, I continue to be able to reach you because I had the foresight, thank goodness, to have begun what was then called Something Project newsletter. We can substitute the E word and the E name for, so I had that. So I had started a newsletter because I wanted to expand on the threads I had on Twitter, and I couldn't do it even in the longest thread that I would put up, not even knowing at the time that these threads would ultimately one day disappear. I began with a newsletter. And then 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, I started a second newsletter on Substack, which is a platform that allows writers like myself to put their content. And then I basically merged the two projects into one newsletter. And, it's taken me into a realm where I can start digging into a story like the connection between, let's say, Michael Jeffries of Abercrombie and Fitch to a Lexi person, and that leads to the Beatles world. And I didn't think that would happen. That then leads to characters like Marina Abramovich, which is upcoming either this series, or I'm sorry, this part, the next one, and or the one after, because there's so much information. It connects to Robert Maxwell. I mean, it connects to just so many people that I am myself somewhat taken aback during the research. It's like, okay, I have to my jaw drops. I'm thinking, geez, okay, well, this is rather fascinating. I'll share one little tidbit with you. I did say, I believe on this platform that Robert Maxwell and Harvey Weinstein appeared together in a project. Well, I've been finding threads of Weinstein also connected to, let's say, uh, revamping the image of that infamous group that became probably the largest, most well-known group during the 1960s, which was an unusual period if you know the history of the counterculture and let's call it the additional maneuverings of certain agencies. But I didn't really want to go into kind of a preview of what's going on with my work. What I wanted to do is let you know, number one, that I want to thank you for your ongoing support, for the kind words. I received the nicest messages after fighting somebody with a very large platform and Herschel's and all of the people that have tried to make life difficult for me, because probably, who knows what the motivation is. I have stayed the course. I have continued to work every day. And I'm finally at a point where people are like, you know what? Your work is great. Your research, nobody does it like you do it. And I get these messages every day. And I am so humbled by your words to me and your help. So anyway, I'm going to close it by saying, okay, you guys can choose to do a super thanks to me on this channel. I will tell you the behind the scenes info on that. YouTube keeps 40%. The creator maintains 60%. And then the the banking institution, let's say whether they use Stripe or they use PayPal or whatever intermediary, they keep a percentage. So if you want to thank me, I always include a contribute via my website. You can make a contribution, a one-time contribution to me, probably in the same amount, and I get most of it because then I only have to give the middle guy, and instead of like, but I'm not dissuading whatever works for you because it's helped me. I mean, how else do you guys think that I've been able to keep doing this for 5.5 years? It's been with your help. Um, it's like even when I'm pushing through and knocking down walls to try to get to the truth, and I'm feeling a little frustrated, and I get up and I start walking around thinking, okay, how do I solve this problem? Meaning in any story that I'm researching and I come across sort of like a barrier or something, what brings me back are all the kind words and the words of encouragement that I hear from you. All right. That said, have a great day. Thank you for everything. Bye.